Hello everyone and welcome to a guide that, to be honest, I didn't expect to make. Now, quick disclaimer, nobody has asked me to make this video. I did say I'd make videos that you guys wanted. But I was realizing I've got to farm an item from a Magicka Dk build at the moment. I thought I'd explain to you guys, because I've done this in the past a lot, on how to make a really quick farming route for the Burning Spellweave set. Now, this is undoubtedly the fastest way to get weapons of Burning Spellweave. So, just to prove this, I have the Fire Staff in Sharp, I have a Resto Staff, I've got a Mace, I've got an Axe, I've got 2 shields, I've got Infused Swords, you name it, I've got it. I still don't have what I need, obviously, but the point is that getting through this dungeon in this way is exceptionally fast, and it's going to be the best way for you to farm. Now, generically, you can use this tactic in other dungeons. The reason this is so effective for Burning Spellweave in particular is that nearly every chest spawn, which is what we're going to be farming here, is going to be available to us in the first room. So we don't have to kill any enemy at all whatsoever in this. Now, things that you may want to get before you go for this. Number 1, you are going to want to put 75 points into the Shadow. The reason we want to do that is for this passive here, Treasure Hunter. Increase the quality of items you find in treasure chests. Now, people don't realize exactly how that works. What that will actually do, essentially, is it will upgrade the chest levels. So, simple will become intermediate, intermediate will become advanced, advanced will become master, and master becomes god mode, basically, and it can sometimes even have multiple loots in really good items and that sort of stuff. But it doesn't matter tremendously on the chest level. Actually, any of them with this passive can give you the weapon. So keep that in mind. It does not have to be simple. You have exactly the same chance of getting a weapon. Or close to the same. It's still worth looting every chest you find, okay? So anyway, that's that mechanic. The next thing you are probably going to want to do, that it doesn't matter whether you have it or just someone in your group, and the more people you have, by the way, the better this will be, up to 4 as a max, because it's of course a group dungeon, is the legendary and passives. And you're going to want to get, I think it's around level 16, level 2 locksmith, level 4 locksmith, sorry. That's going to increase your chance to force the locks by 70%. Not a tremendous increase. I mean, you can just do it manually, but it is going to save you if you're farming a lot of chests, which you could end up doing. It's going to end up taking quite a long time. So, yeah, those are the 2 things you're going to get. Now, final thing worth getting, and this is a real specific thing, sort of 2 things, I guess. Number 1, you want to be a Magicka Nightblade. If you're not a Magicka Nightblade, you're gimping yourself out off the bat. Be a Magicka Nightblade. It's going to help you so much because you can cloak. Cloaking is going to make this a world easier. Now, if you don't have a Magicka Nightblade, stamina would be the next best. Just make sure you run something like this for really high magical recovery and amp that recovery as high as possible. Your other stats, they don't matter in the slightest. So just amp your recovery up to the max. The next thing that we want to get, and I actually am going to get this because I didn't get it yet, and show you exactly what it does. But keep in mind that I don't know where this is, so bear with me a second. Is the Steed Mundus. So what the Steed Mundus does is it increases your movement speed. The faster we move, happy days, the faster we get through the chests. There's one. Let's go get that. Because what we're going to be doing is basically we're going to cycle through each of the possible chest spawns. Now, if you're in a group, you're basically going to distribute your group, and I'll show that in a sec, around the different chest spawns. So, for example, there is a left, which has a few chests, a right, which has a lot of chests. If you're 2 people, number 1 goes left, number 2, probably the more experienced, goes right. And if, for example, you're 4, you can maybe send 1 to the left and scatter the rest around the right, because there's quite a bit to go there. I would say that being more than 2 doesn't make a huge difference, but perhaps if one of your friends needs an item that you don't need, then you could sort of help each other out, because that's just another chance at the drop table. So that's another thing worth mentioning. If you're going to get more people in your group, the more people you have, the better your life is going to be, because if I'm running with 4 people, I have 4 chances of getting my Burning Spellweave sword per thing, which is what I need. By the way, I need a defending sword, but this game is going to screw me for a while, I guess. If you have 1 person, it's a lot worse, and 2 is sort of your sweet spot if you're going to be simple. I wish I didn't pick this Mundus now. I'll get there eventually. See, the Steed will even speed this up. But yeah. So, what you then want to do, whilst we're busy swimming, I might as well explain everything, is make sure that you are on, and it's important, normal mode. Because if you're on vet mode, it's just a bit more of a pain in the arse, quite honestly. So, bang it on normal mode. It's going to be an easier dungeon to traverse. There's a lot less chest spawns further on in normal mode, as far as I'm aware. Could be wrong on that. And yeah. And the final thing worth mentioning is there is actually an add-on. I can't remember the name, but there is an add-on that can actually show chest spawns. Someone said it. Harvest Map, that's the name of it. Harvest Map is the name of the add-on. So that add-on is going to it's going to basically show the spawn of this stuff. So that's a big help for you, obviously. But yeah, anyway, what we're then going to do is we're going to go to Green Shade, we're going to port in, and we're going to go to City of Ash 1, like so. And we're going to get our friend in there as well. Once we're inside of there, I'm going to show you roughly on the map where the chest spawns are. And then for the right side, I will go specific. I can also go on the left if you so wish. I guess I'll go on the left as well and quickly explain that stuff for you. Yeah, so.
Snaky blobs.
We're going to port in. I'm going to ignore that. I'm going to turn my alerts off. I should have turned my alerts off. Damn it. Doesn't matter. You guys didn't see that. Shh. Don't tell anyone. Yeah, so we're in the dungeon now. And this is where we're going to go. So, chest number 1. In fact, I'll show you the whole run. It's going to be easier. Fuck the minimap. Chest number 1 is going to spawn on the waterfall below us. Now, obviously, my health is super low. I've just stacked heavily into regen here. It doesn't matter. We might die on this drop. We didn't. Good. You want to drop down at the very start to here. And chest number 1 spawns possibly in the waterfall. Chest number 2 will spawn just a little ahead of us. But there is also a heavier sack spawn. Worth mentioning if you do want the money. Just by here. Chest spawn number 2 is going to be in this water by here. So we check that one. If there's nothing at chest spawn number 2, we can then move to chest spawn number 3, which is going to be in this gap over here. And also, again, there is a heavy sack spawn for you. So good, more money, happy days for anyone poor. Chest spawn number 3, and this one is up, is between these rocks. Again, if we have that 4-slot passive, we just press R. Of course, I randomly fail it. We pickpocket that. I aggro the NPCs because I'm an idiot. And then I carry on cloaking, and we got, what do we get? An Ember Shield Battle Axe Train, and exactly what I needed that. Okay, there's going to be 2 heavy sack spawns and a chest spawn over here. There is a heavy sack by here. And there is a heavier sack and a chest in this general area. Neither of those up. I'm then going to move past, and we're going to go to the next spawn. And the next spawn is going to be the right-hand side. So left-hand side, if you're in a group, would have done this cycle. If you found a chest for the group, he would have marked it for you, and you guys would have gone for the chest after you've done your side. So just find out all the spawns where possible. Oh, something I didn't mention. There is a maximum of 2 chests in this area. So if you do find 2 chests, port out. And I'll show you the most efficient way to do that in a sec. Because if you're doing a lot of chests, you may need to do that. But anyway, chest number 4 or 5 or 6, I don't even remember now, is going to spawn in this room here. And there is also going to be a chance to spawn one directly behind in this group here. There's then a spawn on hut number 3, which is at the very end. Going to be by here. That one's not there currently. And then we're going to go all the way around, and this is where having a 3rd person can be kind of handy because you can do the other side of the river. The next spawn is going to be possibly in the water by here. And there are 2 possible spawns, one in this side here and one under here. You're then going to carry on cloaking past. And the next chest spawn is going to be in the tent area. Now this area is crammed. There are a ton of possible chest spawns. There's one in there, that first tent. None in the 2nd or 3rd. There's one in this one here. There's one in this one over here. We're then going to move around. There is a chest spawn in here. Carry on going past. We're nearly done now. There's a chest spawn on this ledge here. We carry on up the hill like so. A chest spawn here. This one's a particularly rare one, but it's sometimes there a chest in this corner here. I don't know why that one never seems to spawn, but it can, and very rarely you will see it. There's a chest spawn here and a heavy sack spawn just in front of it. A chest spawn in this corner by here. A chest spawn behind this rock here. And last but not least is a chest spawn and a heavy sack spawn up here. So what you're going to do is you're going to cycle through those spawns. Check for the chests. If you get 2 chests, you're going to pull out. And that is the most efficient way to farm it. So really, it's nice and simple. Now, all we need to do after that, I'm going to quickly explain to him, is right-click on any guy in our name, port to their place on the roster. It's going to be slightly quicker than abandoning your group, just a little bit more efficient. And everyone in your group should do this, by the way, else they could get stuck in a load screen for a little while. It's just going to be a little slower. Again, if you're doing this for thousands of chests, possibly, you never know how bad your luck's going to be. The more efficient, the better. We're then just going to port to someone outside. And we're going to reset the dungeon, and how we do that, which I'm going to show you in a sec, is simply to turn it from non-vet to vet to non-vet. There you go. And that's basically it. So the items in this dungeon, if you are interested, are the burning Spellweave weapon in particular is interesting. There's Ember Shield and some other thing that kind of sucks Sunder Flame. There's a reset for you, so click that one and then click that in the group icon. Simple enough. Yeah, that's kind of it. So like I said, I didn't know if it'd be any use for anyone, but I hope the guide was useful for anyone who so cares. And yeah, there you go. I thought I might as well upload that since I was doing it anyway for myself and might help some of you guys out. So best of luck on your farming, guys. There we go.